This is Tech Gears with Levi, and today we're taking a look at some of the best thin tech pouches you can get in the market with the new Evergoods Cap 1, the Shimoda panel wrap, the modern Dayfair tech pouch, and the classic Goruck Wired Up. So starting with the newest one in the market, the Cap 1 is this incredible 2-ply laminated shell fabric, nice handle with two little outside loops so you can hang it and be really versatile with it. It does have two magnetic enclosures, and they do list this at 0.75 inches thick, has a magnetic enclosure, and it does have a 3D pattern built-in volume. So this can really be as thin or really thick as you want it to be. The beauty about this is how you pack it is very versatile. We're going to take a look at my everyday tech carry. So as I unload here, we're going to take a look at how it loads into each one of these. You can kind of see how thin and how thick it gets. So as we take a look here, I'm just going to dig in here. We have kind of a multi cable kit that has a USB-C, USB-A, all the adapters to it. I have my T5 Samsung hard drive. Get out here. I do have is that a T6, kind of a multi-purpose cable. I do have another USB-C. That one is about 18 inches. I use that for my mic and voiceover. I do have a 6-foot USB charging cable. And I think that's about it on this side. And you kind of see, everything loads up really cleanly. As we take a look in the other side, this one does have a divided pocket, as you can see there. I do keep my adapter for my MacBook Pro. I do have my, I believe it's a 60-watt thin, flat USB-C charger. Going through, I do have kind of a quick, tiny USB-A to USB-C charger along with my SD card holder. Diving in, I do keep a MagSafe 5,000 milliamp battery that can also be charged with USB-C, and I actually do keep some headphones in here, which I don't have currently. I do keep some of the tools in the bottom there that I'll need for my camera every now and then, and as you can see, it's just a really well constructed pouch. A lot you can do with it, very thin. Now this looks incredibly familiar, the Shimoda panel wrap. It is a high density nylon carbonate ether resin. The buckles are meant to be used with gloves, so it's easy to open and close. Now this is the 2-panel, and it does have 4 zippered part or components. You can get a 3 or 8 panel, so up to what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8 different zipper pouches. Now the pouches are kind of this rubberized clear pocket there, so there does have some volume. You can see as I load it out here, it does have some give, but otherwise it's just really thin. So I'm going to load everything up here. I did use this for quite some time when with my Explorer version 2. Love that as a camera bag. It just keeps everything really thin, and it really makes me think about what I want to get in my kit to make sure everything is kind of that thin nature, thin components. But as you can see, everything fits fairly beautifully here. I still have a little bit more space. The cable, I just kind of sit in the center there, and it does stay well put. Now, neither one of these is really waterproof, but they are well built, and they do keep things very thin. Take a look at the next pouch we have here. It is the modern Dayfair tech pouch. This one is the most unique because this does use a 1680D Kadura ballistic nylon with a water repellent, and the zipper, as you see here, is a YKK Aqua Guard. It does have a little bit of padding, so this is actually the most protective. It has pretty much waterproof for the most part in the rain, and one of the biggest, while also being incredibly thin all the way around. It's within about half an inch thick in width, or length and width. And you can see with the zippers here, there is a little bit more, I guess, space where you can put things. So you really got to think on how you want to load it up so it stays thin. But even for the bulky components in here, it does have some give. So this is one I haven't used as much as I wanted to, but the shape of it really lends well. And I guess most of these, but this one specifically to the front of like a Goruck zipper pocket. But we're going to load it up here, and I feel like there's a ton of space, but how you use it is just going to depend on what kind of gear you have. So the little pouches or the little elastic parts here are a little bit easier to get into than something from other tech pouches I've seen where it's just super tight, only really meant for pens. You can see how I'm trying to find the best way to put everything inside here, but most of my pieces of kit are fairly thin, so it's just trying to get the best way to get everything in. So I throw it all in here. It's all pretty flat, zip it up, and when it's closed, this is pretty much less than an inch. Really impressive. Really like the modern Dayfair. Now we have the classic Goruck. This is obviously your 1000D Couture. It is YKK zippers, but again, like the other three, the modern Dayfair is the only one that's actually waterproof and protective. We can get in there. It does use obviously the YKK zippers, has 3 zippered components. Now this is 9.5 by 8.5. You can get the Wired Up Mini. Both of these are kind of hard to get, usually sold out, and that one's 9.75 inches by 4.5 inches. And as you'll see, once I start to load it out here, it's actually really big, and you can tell there's just 3 open pockets. There's not as much specific organization as you would want, but it does feel very classic Goruck. It does have your standard 2x3 Velcro patch there that you can change out. So as I load it up here, it's just really easy. There's a ton of space. I can probably put almost everything in just that one large zipper component, but I do want to keep it a little bit more separated. Just really easy to load up. You can see everything fits without a hitch. I'm going to zip it up here, close it. It stays thin. I probably feel like I can put double the kit than what I actually have in here. So the Goruck was probably the most impressive for size and being as thin, followed by the modern Dayfair. The Cap 1 I really liked. I can probably put a little bit more in there, but if you take a look at all 4 of these are some of the best thin tech pouches you can get on the market with the Shimoda panel wrap, the modern Dayfair tech pouch, the Goruck Wired Up, and finally your Cap 1 from Evergoods. All super high quality for the price. The Shimoda wins. There's a few other ones I would like to take a look at as far as thin ones that are also cheaper. We can do another video, but just wanted to show you guys what works, how much you can fit, and I would love to hear your thoughts on what other thin pouches you would like to use. But if you're trying to put these in the front zippered pocket of any backpack you have, these are some of the best options out there. Guys, this is Levi with Tech Ears. Really appreciate you, and I will come at you later.